You are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideals. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the hosts and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's that time. Yeah. Business brief is the buzz in the streets. The Tasha give us on the beat. Who trading up, who trading down? From NASDAQ to downtown. Hot careers in the A, which I hit a state. What would be a web? How much can you make? Which industries are taking cake? Which industries are taking cake? Out of Southwest Atlanta, but I range international. Business is business, so we focus on financial. It's 92.3. Get it out right now. Learn about the business happening in the town. The business brief is the buzz in the streets. The business brief is the buzz in the streets. It's 92.3. It's 92.3. The business brief is the buzz in the streets. The business brief is the buzz in the streets. It's 92.3. It's 92.3. The business brief is the buzz in the streets. The business brief is the buzz in the streets. It's 92.3. It's 92.3.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Business Brief. I'm your host, Latasha Givens. We are live on Hits 92.3 out of Southwest Atlanta every Wednesday from 3 to 4, taking you behind the scenes of emerging careers and top industries all across the Peach State. We have another great show planned for you today. Our first guest is a mommy, mogul, and media maven. Markel Mungen is here. She'll give you tips on starting your own business and how to bounce back after a business setback. How did she become a serial entrepreneur with success in different industries? And what do you do when the banks say no? Her journey to success will leave you inspired. And our second guest has Soul Train Music Awards and NAACP Image Awards on her mantle. And, she spent her summer hanging out on the Billboard charts for her Urban Adult Song of the Year. The one and only soul singer and songwriter Leela James is here. Yes, that Leela James with a big hair and even bigger voice. The R&B diva will talk about her national tour, upcoming album, and her Set It Off tribute video for her new single. And of course, since she's our special guest, that's the only artist you're going to hear all day on the show, Leela James. The Business Brief starts when we come back.
Set me free. Set me free. Holding on to nothing. Oh, you gotta leave. Set me free. Just set me free if you love me. If you love me. If you care.
Yo, you're not gonna get that? You don't hear the phone?
Nope, I ain't thinking about him. I ain't done with it.
Man, forget that fool.
Exactly.
2 o'clock in the morning, you on my phone trying to talk to me and saying that you want me back, you need me back, and you should have never left me. There you go, talking that shit. Same old shit, don't wanna hear that shit, no. I remember when you had me, you treated me bad, you treated me badly. You had a good thing, yeah. And you let it go.
You let it go.
And now you wanna try to come back. No, 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 I will never take you back. No, 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 no. It's funny how you try to come back. No. It's too late, I moved on, and I don't want you back. I want your love. You can keep your love. Cause someone else is living here, someone else is saying my name, baby. He's cooking me breakfast, wine and dining, flowers for no reason. He's doing what he's supposed to do, Ooh, it could have been you. You had a good thing, yeah. And you let it go. You let it go. Now you wanna try to come back, but no. Now you wanna come back. I will never take you back. I don't want you anymore. You try to come back. But you did me wrong. It's too late. I moved on and I don't want you back. I was so good to you. I was so good to you. But it wasn't enough and now I'm through with you, through with you, through with you. Oh, you didn't appreciate me. It's funny how you do now, but it's too late. I moved on and I don't want you back. No, take you back. Now you wanna try to come back. No, I would never take you back. No. Come back. It's funny how you try to come back to me. It's too late. I moved on and I don't want you back. You did me wrong. You did me wrong. Oh, I will never take you back.
I could listen to her all day, and sometimes I do. We have Leela James on the show as our second guest. But up first, we have the amazing, the incomparable, and owner of Hits 92.3, Markel Mungen is here. I am doing great. Welcome to the show. So this is an interview I've wanted for a very long time. You know that? I interview heads of states. Okay. I interview like criminals, prosecutors, humanitarians. But the one interview I've been waiting for 3 years is this one.
Why have we not been able to get this together?
I don't know. I think maybe I just needed to win another Emmy to be prepared to interview you. So listen, your story is so inspiring to me. And I always talk about you. And when I'm mentoring young girls, I'll say, you need to reach out to Markel Mungen. You got to reach out to her if you want to do anything in media. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you made your way to Atlanta.
Well, I'm born and raised, first of all.
A native, y'all.
Georgia Peach all the way.
From the deck?
Yes, absolutely. Literally. Shout out to Columbia High School. So pretty much how I got into media is I started doing wardrobe styling for Bad Girls Club. So
oh, really?
I got in a relationship. He saw like every time he came on set, people were asking, was I a model or was I, working behind the scenes? Mm-hmm. He talked me into modeling. I was like, I want to model. Long story short, went from modeling to red carpet hosting. Someone on the carpet was like obsessed with my voice. And she's like, have you ever done radio? I'm like, no, never done radio. Mm-hmm. She had me to come on her show. I was on their show for a year. Shout out to Rap City ATL. Rap City ATL.
Hello, friends.
And from there, I did the show. I found a location where I was going to be able to do I just want to do a 1 hour show. And I felt like I made enough money with that show that if I did my own brand, I could pay the rent. Mm-hmm. So once people found out I had a location, they wanted to start buying time. And then I had to figure out how to make a business. And
wow.
That's how it
That's incredible. But I know you had previous careers before this. Yes. Tell me about your first career and your first business, because you've been an entrepreneur for like 20 years now.
Yes, I have. So I come from corporate first. So I think that's what helps me with being an entrepreneur is because I have a corporate background. I wasn't like the straight out of high school, always been an entrepreneur, always kind of wanted to do my own thing. Mm-hmm. I literally was straight corporate. I used to be a manager. I was in HR, running offices. So that was my how I bread and butter. Mm-hmm. So how I even started, I became an entrepreneur before I even knew I was one. Okay. When I was pregnant with my daughter in 2007, I was on bed rest like the last 5 months of my pregnancy, and I just started writing. Okay. So I started writing a book. In 2014, I decided to turn it into an actual book, and I was selling T-shirts to pay for the publishing. Wow. Had no idea that was part of entrepreneurship. Mm-hmm. You just was doing what needed to be done. I was doing what I needed to be done. So selling the T-shirts, I fell in love with. People always wanted me to get into fashion because they loved the way I dressed, like my style. I had a boutique, was called Shop with Kels, and then I changed the name to Kels Creations. And I had a store by Lenox Mall. Hated it.
How could you
I
hate when you have been
I
successful
feel.
enough to have a boutique by Lytics, but you didn't like it?
This was me all day.
It didn't make you. What part didn't make you happy?
Sitting still all day.
Sitting
Staying
still.
in the store all day long.
Okay.
From opening to close, people coming in, you either buy something or you don't. But I had to sit still. I was turning down gigs of doing wardrobe styling or going to host because I had to be at the store. I didn't have enough money to hire somebody. I was like, no, I can't sit here.
Yeah.
It's not for me. So I went back to carpet hosting, and it led me here. Yeah. So that's how I got started.
That is incredible. Now, talk to me about how you decided to choose your different businesses. Was it based on passion? Was it based on opportunities just coming to you? And how did you know if you would be successful?
I had no clue I would be successful. I know there's two parts of Kels. So I go by Kels. I don't really go by Markel. There's two parts of Kels. There's the introvert who's always in the house, just likes to watch TV, wants to be with family, be with my boo. And then there's the, when I'm getting paid, I like to be jumping all around the place, dancing, singing. That's me. So I had no idea that this would work for me and this would be the industry that I would be in. But one day I sat back and I thought about it. Every single business that I have, as quiet as I am and as introvert as I am, is all entertainment. The dance studio, entertainment. Event space, entertainment. Radio, entertainment. And I'm not a big entertaining person. I feel
How
like
funny.
So I had no idea it would work out, but I think it's more so therapeutic for me. Radio has always been therapeutic. I talk a lot on Facebook. I can post 50,000 posts a day, and they're probably 99 of them going to be about relationships. So I like to talk. I like to just vent whatever I'm feeling. And I feel like that is the passion part of me. The dance studio, my grandmother who passed away of breast cancer in 2014. Shout out to Wilma J.
Hello.
She had a dance team, a dance studio, and it was Royal Elite Drill Team. And so that's how my passion for dance studio came out. The dance studio we have now is way out of my hands. Shout out to my business partner Sharon. She literally took it by the horns, and she does everything with this dance studio.
And you guys are winning awards all over the place.
These girls are amazing. So everybody, make sure y'all follow City Streets Dance Studio.
Yes. So you own a radio station, a dance studio. You are almost done raising 2 children. You're always on the red carpet hosting. I'm surprised you had time for me today.
Man, I don't know. I just try. There's somebody that's here, Siobhan. Siobhan is literally in the streets 24/7.
Shout out to Siobhan.
About anybody that's out in the street that's always busy, always doing something. That's who I want to be more like. So I don't think I'm as busy as she is. I try to do things more behind the scenes of trying to get more shows here, trying to get more attention to the station, trying to get advertisers and sponsorships. I stay on Zoom more than I'm outside.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Zoom
give
has
us
become my best friend.
Zoom is your best friend. I like Zoom a lot too. So give us 3 tips for potential entrepreneurs who are thinking about going into business for themselves, but they're not sure. 3 things they need to know.
This is probably the most unpopular decision. Most business owners will tell you to just jump out there and do it. I will never, ever tell someone to just jump out there and do it.
No
I
leap
say
on
make
faith.
sure you have at least 3 to 4 months of savings. If you can pay your bills for the next couple of months and still be out there to do your job, then I say do that. Do not quit that full-time job until you have enough savings in order to do that. That's my first thought. My second advice would be, do not think your friends and family are going to be the ones to support you. If you go into business with that mentality, you're going to already fail. You're going to already be sad. You're going to be discouraged. They are not your supporters. They are not your customer. That is your family and that is your friend. You have to build your audience. You have to build your customers. You have to find them yourself. My third advice would be learn the business. If you have to shadow somebody, if you have to go work for somebody for free for a little while until you figure out exactly what it is you want to do within that business, don't just jump out there and just start a business because you see it work for somebody else. Figure out how to run that business so it becomes easier for you once you get started.
All right.
Those are my 3 tips.
Thank you. Great tips. I hope you guys are taking notes, or you can watch it back on YouTube on the Hits 92.3 channel. So what are some of the challenges to be an entrepreneur, and what have you learned that can help others?
It's not easy. Financially, you can make $10,000 in a month. The next month, you might make $2,000. That's the biggest thing, and my biggest takeaway is financially, do not get comfortable. I don't care how even things are becoming. I don't care how many things you're able to buy. I don't care how much you're able to put in savings. Think of Oprah. Think of Tyler Perry. They never stop working. They are as rich as they are, and they're still working. So never get comfortable. That's my main takeaway with that. Always learn your business. There's always somebody coming up behind you that is going to be able to learn something better, something faster, and they're going to do it. Whatever you're sitting on, they're probably going to do it while you're still thinking about it. So never stop learning and never stop working.
All right. Thank you so much, Kels Mungeon. We're going to go to another song. Our second guest is here. The one and only Leela James is in the building. You'll hear from her when we come back.
Hey, the secret's out. Hits 92.3 is now accepting submissions for brand new shows. That's right. You could become a radio personality right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. You don't have experience? That's okay. You don't live in Georgia? That's okay. You don't know what to do now? Now that's not okay. But your girl is here to help you out. Email us today at hits923newshow@gmail.com and tell us about your potential show with Hits. Again, that email address is hits923newshow@gmail.com. Don't be last. The slots are filling fast.
This is what love is. It's what love is. Can't deny it. Don't nobody love me better. Don't nobody give me. Not like you do. Not like you do. No one can love me. Hold me. Take care of me. My heart beats just for you, baby. Oh, you know I've been missing you. And we're right back in it, and it's on again. And it's better than it's ever been. Yeah, we're right back in it, and it's on again. It feels so right. Ooh, this is what love is, the real thing. All I see is you for me. Oh, and we're right back in it till the very end. Love you for life. Almost lost it. All those nights that we wasted just beefing. I was here, you were there, we were sinking. What were we thinking? We were just tripping, so young and conflicted. And now we're back in this thing again. Never go back to where we've been. Boomerang on this love, it came back to us. Oh, and we're right back in it.
What we doing here?
Taking dancing. Let's go.
You willing to risk getting arrested just to go dance?
Hell yeah.
It feels so right. Oh, this is what love is, the real thing. All I see is you for me. And we're right back in it till the very end. Love you for life. I've been down for you, now we up. Baby, me and you, now we stuck. Now we back round to so in love. That would never change, never change. I've been down for
Brief, I'm your host, Latasha Gibbons, and we have the one and only Leela James with us in the building.
Hey.
I have to say, our engineer, Sunshine, just cried. Okay, she's meeting like just a little tear, just sweating a little bit. Leela, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
so
you.
Right now, you're in the middle of a national tour, right back at it.
Yep.
Talk to us about this one. Why is it so special?
You know what? I'm 20 years in this game, still here, and it's to be relevant enough to be able to still tour and have my shows sell out. It's special to me. For that reason alone, and the people come out and they support and they show mad love. So just it's very genuine. It's a very organic, authentic growth and journey that I've experienced in this game. And I love I don't like to say fans because that sounds real.
Oh, we are fans.
Oh, but
and we are proud of it. Okay.
But I just love for my people, for y'all to really show me that love and support. And it's like, it's real. Like, that's real. That ain't no fake, you know what I mean? No number. Like that's the real stuff. And so that's what makes it special to me, when the people really show up for you.
But it starts with you.
Thank you.
And your artistry and your authenticity and your songwriting ability.
There's
some things machines just can't do.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Thought You Knew. The album comes out in a few weeks, but you've already released the single.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that video. Okay, you all, if you haven't seen it yet, you have to go to her YouTube page. It pays homage to the classic movie Set It Off.
Yeah.
And she has all of her girlfriends in there. Selena Johnson, Sunshine Avery.
Yep. I have Selena Johnson,
Avery
Sunshine, and the legendary Medusa, Gangsta Goddess, out of South Central LA, where I'm from. And that video, Thought You Knew, connected to the first video right back in it, and it just completed the storyline of what was going on. And I got a chance to work with my sisters in real life, and so that's what made that moment special, because it's not a whole lot of girls in the game that you really can say you rock with like that in the industry and outside of the industry. So to be able to, do a project like that was real special.
In addition to being on tour, you're also stopping by different HBCUs around the country.
Yes.
Taking time out for the little Black and brown girls. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I'm working on an initiative, Girl Talk Initiative, where I'm going to the HBCUs to, chat it up with the young sisters and helping them to get right back in it and stay right back in it. Because I know how challenging that time of your life can be in college, and just sometimes trying to find your way, navigate through, making the transition into college and even outside of college. And so you want to just make sure that we set up that support system. You know what I mean? I didn't necessarily have it. And so I want to make sure that I can give back in that sense, to provide that support for my young women, so they know that even if you fall off or whatever the case may be, you can always get right back in it.
And you've been in the business for decades now. How has your music changed since you become a wife and a mother?
Well, I ain't no wife, but I mean, but
do we need Sierra's prayer?
No, because I prayed that it just I got the wrong answer when I prayed it, because I got something, but it wasn't what I wanted, so I had to send it back. You know what I mean? So,
but you got to keep the beautiful kids.
Yes, indeed. But I got my beautiful children, and I'm happy with them. Yeah.
All right. And let's talk about R&B Divas, the TV1 hit series.
Yes. That came out a few years back. It was a fun experience, while that lasted, to be followed around, throughout the day, and your realities documented at that time with other women. So it was an interesting experience.
What can we expect from the new album?
You can expect from this new album to feel like it's so good. Oh my gosh, this is good music. See, it's gonna make you tear up.
Okay,
it's gonna make you pick up a red. It's gonna make you pick up a red cup with some brown juice in it.
Ooh,
it's gonna make you want to lay on a shag rug.
Okay.
It's gonna make you remember that doggone picture on your wall that your mama, your grandma, your auntie had in the house that was a velvet.
Not the velvet.
Yes, it's gonna give you all kind of vibes. It's just good soul music, good R&B, real real rhythm and blues, and I just feel like it's music that the people will love, and it make you put some spades on the table, dominoes. It's black.
It's everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Pre-download. Okay.
Yeah. You sure can.
One of the things that makes you special as an artist, I have you in what I call the no skip category. You can put on a Leela James album and go from song to song to song to album to album. A cohesive project, no skips. I love that. But you're kind of like the artist. You know, you don't just have Simone Biles walk down the aisle to your song and sing it for Eva Marcel, and all the celebrities just love your voice. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel really good, because I don't make music for necessarily the the coins and the accolades, and I ain't never been a big publicity stunt type of artist. You don't hear too much shit.
That's fine.
I'm trying. My bad.
Mhm.
You don't hear a lot of
artists, yeah.
Yes. So I try to keep. It's all about the music for me. So
Mm-hmm.
when the people accept the music and just the music, and it's about that, that's how I know it's it's a good thing, because I don't try to sell nothing else but my music.
Yes, and we love that. We
Thank
love the
you.
fact that you haven't changed. Your
Thank
music
you.
continues to evolve, but it's still you. We don't feel like it's controlled by the machine or anything like that.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for
Thank
your
you.
impact on this industry, the work you're doing with young girls, and just for being an incredible artist.
Thank you. Thank y'all for having me.
Yes, and before you leave, any advice to some of the younger artists out there, people who are looking to do what you're doing?
Ooh-wee. I mean, it's the game is changing every day. So I don't know. I just feel like you got to just make music. You just got to just keep, you got to just put yourself out there now. I mean, you can be heard with all this social media. So just make some music, put it out there.
All right. That was Leela James. Thank you so much for coming by the Business Brief on Hits 92.3. We'll be back in just a moment.
Thank y'all. I'm sorry, y'all.
Here we are together, and everything between us is good. I'm riding this cloud, baby, ready to fly, but before I take another step, would you catch me if I fall for you? 'Cause I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling. I'm so used to standing, so used to being on my own. But this thing is new, babe. It feels like I'm losing control. I'll take another step. If you catch me when I fall for you, 'cause I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling. Will you promise to be there? Stay by my side always, whenever I need you. Don't let me down, no, no. If I give you my all, don't let me fall. Would you do that for me? Hold me. Will you love? Will you love me? My heart is ready for love and to be loved, and I choose you, babe. That's the one thing I'm sure of, so I will take this one last step. So catch me, I'm falling for you. I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling. I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, falling, falling.
Just me and you.
Right back in it.
Now, would you get out that window and relax?
Just being cautious.
Well, I know one thing. We can't keep living like this. We need to get some money.
It ain't been long enough.
We good. We made it this far. It's been long enough, and I'm about to get it.
Baby, what you thought I would do? Just because you're not here with me, did you think I wouldn't be all good without you? I've been 10 toes on my own. Baby, I could take good care of me. Please believe I don't need you. Had me on this girl, thinking I would crumble. I thought you knew. I thought you knew. To fall apart. I won't fall apart. I'm no longer with you. Baby, that ain't me. Please believe. I thought you knew. I thought you knew. I'm the kind of woman that knows how to hold it down. Hold it down, yeah. Hold it down. Ooh, I thought you knew. I thought you knew. Keep it 100, I'ma keep it 100. That's no doubt. I'ma be good. Baby, that's no doubt. That's no doubt. I'm better. I'm stronger. I'm living my life, no regrets like I wanna. And it don't stop, and it won't stop. I can show you better than I can tell you. Watch what I do, now that I'm away from you. True. And baby, it don't matter if you stay or leave, 'cause I got me. And if you don't know now, you know. Baby, I'm the kind of woman that knows how to hold it down. Hold it down. Hold it down. Ooh, I thought you knew. To keep it 100, I'ma keep it 100. No doubt. That's no doubt. Baby, that's no doubt. I know I'm amazing and nothing can fade me. I refuse to ever break down. Ever break down. I'm on another level and it's all the way up and I'm not coming down. Ooh, you best believe you can't see me. You must have had me. You must have got me all fucked up.
Hello?
Yeah, I was just checking. You good?
Yeah, man, I thought you knew.
I would never crumble, no. To fall apart. Just because I'm no longer with you. Now, baby, that ain't me. Please believe. I thought you knew. 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 Baby, baby, baby. Baby, baby, baby. What you thought? I thought you knew. Ooh, no. I'm the kind of woman that can hold it down. Yeah. I thought you knew.
You're tuned in to Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. Go over to your Play Store and download Hits 92.3. Don't want to miss your favorite show? Click that tab in the top left-hand corner and set the alarm. You'll never miss another episode. Love all of the shows and can't decide? Then scroll down and rate Hits 92.3 and also leave a message for your favorite radio personality, letting them know what an amazing job they're doing. While you're at it, go over to our Instagram page and follow us on Hits 92.3.
You know, love ain't gotta be this hard. Why you making it so complicated?
Boy, something happens when we get together. You're giving me joy. I'm feeling that's forever. Baby, you know what to do when we get round each other, smack it. Ooh, I want you. So what are we waiting for? What we gonna do? Oh, don't make this complicated. Complicated now. Oh. You know you want it too. You know that I've been waiting for you. Hey, what we gonna do? Don't make this complicated. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You know I really want you, and you want me to. I said I was your one and only. If I gave every piece of my heart, what would you do? What you want, what you need, boy, I got all this love and it won't ever stop. So what we gonna do about it? Say you don't be about it. What we gonna do? Don't make this complicated. Complicated now. You know you want it too. You know that I've been waiting. Hey, don't make this complicated. What you gonna do? What you won't do? You know I really want you, and you want me too. I love you, baby, and I want you. Where you going? I need you, baby. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I've been waiting.
Why you gonna make everything so complicated?
So long. Baby, be mine.
Welcome back to the Business Brief. Did you guys just love the interview with Leela James? Thank you so much for coming by. She was just amazing. Like her energy and her spirit. And you know what I love about meeting people that you are real fans of when you meet them and they're just as nice and genuine as you thought that they were. So shout out to Leela James for coming to see us. We won't cry again. All right. And now we have the one and only Miss Markel, aka Kels Mungen, back with a little bit of advice. But first, you have some opportunities at Hits 92.3. We are not selfish, right?
Absolutely
we will
not.
spread the opportunity.
Absolutely.
So what do we have?
So if you like what you're hearing right now with the Business Brief, we are always looking for brand new shows. So if you don't have any experience whatsoever, if you got 30 years experience, there is always room for you at Hits 92.3. If you want a show, if you have co-hosts, if you're an artist, if you're a business owner and you want to promote yourself, the best way to do that is to have your own platform to where you can promote it all through Atlanta, different states in yes, we go all the way.
Sunshine has listeners in London,
Germany,
in the
absolutely. So we're stretched everywhere. So if you leave Atlanta, you can still hear us on the app. You can still hear us everywhere in the world. So the best thing to do is to go on to Hits 923 new show at gmail.com and just submit that you want a new show. So that's one thing that we're looking for, new shows. We do have a suicide walk coming up with at Piedmont Park. This will be November the 5th. And check-in time is 12 p.m. The walk starts at 2 p.m. You can register to be a part of Hits 92.3. You can go onto our Instagram page at Hits 92.3, which is our Instagram page, and you can see the flyer. Click on there, get the information to register. Register. On October 13th, we're going to be selling t-shirts so that you can have on the Hits 92.3 t-shirts with us. If you have someone that is I'm not going to say a victim to suicide, but has committed suicide, or you're a family member that is dealing with and healing from a person that committed suicide, then you can get their name on your shirt. So if you want to customize your shirt, the best thing is to order your shirt on October 13th. Again, the walk is November 5th. Check-in time is 12 o'clock. The walk starts at 2.
That's really incredible. And so many people need that level of support, especially with the rate just continually to get higher.
Absolutely.
And while I have you here, before you leave, Kels, I just want to thank you for this platform that you've given to so many people. There are two moments that stand out in my time here on Hits. I had a woman on, Yvette Landon, who launched a beauty line, Rock Rose Cosmetics. She made her first sale live on the show from a listener in Texas.
Oh, wow. Wow.
That's impact. You see that trickle
I
down
had no
effect?
idea.
Yes.
It makes me so happy.
And then there are a few artists who had their song played on the air for the very first time on Hits 92.3, and rapper Whitey D was one of them.
Oh my God. So they'll always remember Hits 92.3 and the Business Brief.
Yes, we're part of their history.
I love
We're part of
it.
their
Thank you,
careers.
Latasha. Thank you.
And you all, this is an example of how if you allow God to stretch your dream and use you, your dream is connected to other people's dreams and opportunities too. So don't hold
Absolutely.
back. Don't hold
Absolutely.
back.
Mhm.
All right. And before we leave, your best personal or professional advice to our listeners.
Don't give up. I don't care if it's personal or business, whatever you have going on, because I'm a person that deals with depression. So sometimes it's hard to get out of bed. Sometimes it's like I just don't have the energy just to press on for the rest of the day. And then I have to think, am I doing this for the kids? Am I doing this for everyone that is with the radio station? Because I had to think about it. There's so many people here that depend on this place staying open. I can't give up. And the best way for me to make sure that everybody else is okay is to make sure that I'm okay. So check on your own mental health. Don't fake it for people. If you need to talk to people, talk to somebody, but just don't hold it in. Don't give up. Keep going. Keep striving. If you got to go get a part-time job, if you need somebody, like I said, somebody to talk to, just do not give up. Please do not give up.
I love that. And thank you so much for sharing that. Sometimes when it comes to mental health, we want to keep it a secret. You want to kind of heal on your own and then just not really, share it with people. But this is an example, you all. You can be a serial successful entrepreneur and still have those challenges. And it doesn't have to have a negative impact on your life.
Absolutely.
You can live with it and be successful and move on. So it's so important to share stories like that.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you so much, Kels, for
Thank you,
coming on the
Latasha.
show. And if you would like to be a guest, send us a DM at Latasha Givens1 on Instagram, Malcolm X, or Facebook. Thank you so much for joining us. And we'll see you back here next Wednesday from 3 to 4 on Hits 92.3 out of Southwest Atlanta. Take you behind the scenes of top industries and careers all across the Peach State. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Bye-bye.
It's that time. Yeah. Business brief at the buzz in the streets. Latasha Givens on the beat. Who trading up, who trading down? From NASDAQ to downtown. Ice careers in the A, which I hit a state. What will build wealth, how much can you make? Which industries are taking cake? Which industries are taking cake? Out of Southwest Atlanta, but I range international. Business is business, so we focus on financial. It's 92.3, get it out right now. Learn about the business happening in the town. The business brief is the buzz in the streets. The business brief is the buzz in the streets. It's 92.3. It's 92.3. The business brief is the buzz in the streets. The business brief is the buzz in the streets. It's 92.3. It's 92.3. The business brief is the buzz in the streets. The business brief is the buzz in the streets. It's 92.3. It's 92.3.